Now, from WBZ Sports, this is Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria.
Still can never get used to that graphic, right? Welcome, everyone, to Burton Ernie Talk Football with Fauria. I'm Steve Burton. Your Patriots have 10 wins. That's right, 10 wins. That's more than the last two seasons combined, folks. But this win cost them a little bit. Well, it cost them a lot in a big way. Ernie Adams and Christian Fauria alongside a win on Sunday. Do you feel better or worse about this team's playoff chances right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing they have going for them is that it sounds like, not having any real inside info on medical situations, that both Williams and Campbell will be back in January, which is huge. So that's you never like to have players go down, but knowing, hey, at least we're going to get these guys back, that's big.
So they're in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs. So, I mean, once they get into the playoffs,
yes,
you feel better
for me,
or worse?
Worse. Now, call me a heady penny. Call me. Listen, you should be. I'm finally I'm invested now. So.
But you feel worse.
Well, just because you're forecasting what it could look like if this situation doesn't get any better, or if it happens again. I don't think offensively they can handle any of the defenses that they are going to see in the playoffs. Houston's defense, Denver Broncos defense, Baltimore's defense. I mean, those are the higher level ones, but they're not going to be able to handle those edge rushers, Danielle Hunter. They're not going to handle Will Anderson. They can't handle what Nick Bonito's going to do to them and what Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator at Denver Broncos. They can't handle those guys.
But that's what, by definition, what you get in playoffs. That's where you get the good teams.
Okay, my thing is but I think the way they were constructed and growing, I was fine. I think they can handle it if all those guys are healthy.
Well, and that's why I say, to me, the big thing, particularly offensively with Campbell, is it sounds like he'll be back. So that's.
It sounds like both guys are going to be back, which is great.
Can I add a little, what I think is a sneaky hack? And tell me what you think about this, Ernie, because I'm curious how you guys hoard your full padded practice days. Because I think they have two full padded practices left.
Yep.
The Patriots do. And I feel like that was done by design. Because if you had, let's just assume you have the situation where your two most important players, two of your most important players on your offensive line are dealing with injuries, and then they got to come back. And maybe Will Campbell can't come back to the very last game of the regular season. Well, now you have the opportunity to put pads on and then give him some real-life reps so he's just not thrown into a real game. I think that is interesting.
You have to explain to the audience how many full
I think it's how many? I think it's 15.
Yeah,
including
15 the entire
season.
Don't quote me on that. Practice 15 the entire year.
And this is and you only get a few in training camp. I mean, this is a different game, Steve.
It's amazing.
I mean, the days when I started with the Patriots, we were in pads on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday every week. So
that was too much.
15.
That was too, but you always, as a coach, if your team's beat up, you know enough. Hey, we can't. We're not going to be in pads this week. But you do need to do it enough so that you can stay sharp.
So here's what you're saying, Ernie, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you're going to get injured now.
Well, the biggest thing is,
which is crazy to even make a statement like that. But you're saying there's a chance to come back. If they go on IR, you go on IR for 4 games.
The biggest thing is you want your good players healthy and ready to go in January when you're one and done. You can't. That's when you obviously you have no timing over injuries, but having your best players on the field in January, can be the difference between a great season and a not so great season.
So, which is why you're saying you feel worse now that these guys are hurt when they enter the playoffs.
Yes, if they're in the same situation, no, you can't feel good about it. But you're asking me today. Today, right now, no. I didn't feel good about it on Sunday either.
But when they come back.
And when they come back, I do think there's plenty of time pending how severe the injuries are. One guy's got a high ankle sprain, the other one's got a knee. And we don't even know what Will Campbell type of severity it is with his injury.
That's on the offense. Then there's the defense. You got Milton Williams gone. And then Tonga goes now.
Right. Listen, it's a survival game. It's a game of attrition. have depth on you may end up playing, and I've been there in the Super Bowl with guys off your practice squad. I mean, when it's Super Bowl 38, when Carolina's got the ball, and we got a practice squad player and a special teams player and a defense, and they got Musa Muhammad and Steve Smith. I mean, we talk about we were holding on to our backsides there. It's a good thing we didn't go into overtime with them getting the ball.
I think, no one likes to use luck when they're talking about winning and losing football games, but circumstances are important. Like when your guys get injured, I think is important to the point. And then managing your roster, managing your practice squad guys. Like, we're not at practice. We don't know who's developed. We don't know who's ready.
Right.
The next thing you know, they're out there like, holy cow, this guy's pretty good. Or this guy need to put him back in.
Or this guy's extremely hungry.
Right, it's yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys been waiting
or my God, this is the whole season's on the line here, and this guy's in here for his first real live action.
Boy, that's
it happens.
Worse things have happened, especially to the Patriots. We don't even get into the long snapper situation that happened in Super Bowl 38. Let's not even talk about that.
Well, now that you teased, that's what happened.
I mean, maybe at the end of the show, I'll tell you the long snapper situation. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, don't leave us hanging like that. We'll tease it for this.
Okay, so
let's save it.
We'll do
End
it
of the
by
show.
segment.
We'll save it.
Now you got me curious. And I was there.
That's a big market tease what we just did.